What's up, amigos? I hope everyone is having a great day and enjoying themselves within Sanctuary. So today we have some significant class changes, all of which comes in the middle of a race and before full release. It's kind of weird to see such big balance changes so soon, but yeah, here we go. Barbs, man. Like, Barbs, they have seen 3 or 4 different nerfs already, and now we got more. The biggest changes here are to the shouts. Not only do you get 2% less damage reduction per point in challenge and shout, but both chieftain also got nerfed. It got hit hard, like really hard, bringing the maximum cooldown reduction from 12 seconds to 6 seconds. And then cooldown reduction per enemy reduced from 2.7 to 5.4 to a whopping 1 second to 1.9 seconds. Now, if you're not familiar with the Whirlwind build or most Barb builds right now, is we were triple shout stacking, meaning we can just keep our rotation up on shouts and they'll come off a cooldown and we'll be able to spam them. Aspect of the Dire, Whirlwind. It's another one that got hit pretty hard too. Before, we were getting 5 to 10 increased crit per second to a maximum of 20 to 40%. Now, we are getting 3.8% crit per second to a maximum of 9 to 24. Looks like everyone's gonna have to start looking for them extra crit strike chance affixes. So, Druid. Druid got some buffs, but they also got some nerfs targeted Pulverize. No idea why, but here we go. Pulverize, lucky hit chance reduced from 33 to 25%. Lightning Storm damage increased from 32% to 40%. So an overall 8% damage increase. That's pretty cool. Grizzly Rage. This is something I'm actually kind of confused on. So Grizzly Rage says that the damage bonus was increased by 5, 10, or from 5, 10, 15% to 6, 12, and 18%. Grizzly Rage is an ultimate ability, so you can only put 1 point in here. So I'm not quite understanding where the value levels come into play. It doesn't make sense at all because it states on the skill itself that we gain a 20% bonus damage flat when we shapeshift into a dire werebear, and it doesn't add up if it's going by the 3 seconds or 3% each second. So yeah, maybe I'm dumb? I don't know. Obsidian Slam, kills required for bonus increased from 10 to 20. And Calm Before the Storm had its lucky hit chance reduced from 15% to 10%. They have a single passive change to Electric Shock, damage bonus increased from 5, 10, 15% to 6, 12, and 18%. What this was is a lucky hit chance dealing lightning damage to enemies with a 5% chance to immobilize them for 3 seconds. If the target was already immobilized, that's where the damage values came into place. Now here are the big ones. So Shockwave and Crossstone were both pivotal to the Pulverized Druid, both of which got nerfed pretty hard. Shockwave especially. Shockwave aspect damage reduced from 90 to 130% to 60 to 100%. And Crossstone aspect, crit strike damage reduced from 40 to 50% on crowd controlled enemies down to 30 to 40%. The Lightning Dancers aspect though got buffed from 0.5 to 0.6 flat damage to 0.7 to 0.8. Now Necro's got a buff to a few skills and minions. Blood damage, or Blood Lance rather, the damage was increased by about 12.5%. Army of the Dead, this is a pretty reasonable buff. The damage was increased by 15% from 30 to 45. And the big one here is the cooldown, which was a whopping 90 seconds, is now down to 70 seconds. Blood Wave also got an increase by 30% damage. Hopefully this ultimate sees more light of day. It's a very, very cool skill. Now Necro's had the most passive changes. Shadow Blight, the damage was increased by 2%. Grim Harvest, consuming a corpse, generated 3, 6, and 9 points of essence. Now it is down to 2, 4, and 6, so they got a big nerf. Serration, which is one of the core passive skills for Bone Necros. The crit strike chance reduced from 0.5, 1%, and a flat 1.5% to 0.3, 0.6, and 0.9. Death's Defense, maximum minion life lost in a single damage instance, reduced from 75, 60, and 45% to 60, 45, and 30%. So a 15% decrease across the board. Skeletal Warriors attack damage increased by 10%. The Golem attack damage increased by 10%. Blood Golem life drain damage increased from 40% to 90%. Blood Golem life drain and healing, which is just their leech, increased from 4% to 5%. Now Iron Golem got some crazy buffs. Iron Golem slam damage increased from 25% to 175%. That is a 150% damage increase. And their shockwave damage was increased from 30 to 40%. Now these next two things are reference to legendary Paragon nodes. The Hulk and Monstrosity, the Golem life and damage bonus increased from 30% to 40%. And Cult Leader, damage bonus increased from 10% to 15%. Now we got rogue changes. Twisting Blades, wow, what a shocker. Cooldown reduction per enemy hit reduced from 0.25 to 0.1 second. And then the maximum cooldown reduction reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Rapid fire damage increase went from 24% to 30%. I honestly don't think 6% is enough. I think going up to 10 to 12 would be more ideal, because rapid fire doesn't appeal to major parts of the game right now because of the lack of AoE and aspect support. Now here's another weird one. So Dark Shroud. The damage reduction per shadow gain from skill ranks reduced from 0.8% to 0.4%. That's half its value. And to me, it's just weird, especially knowing Rogue has a very bad kit when it comes to survivability. It's just weird. It's really, really odd. Enhanced dash critical strike damage bonus from 20% to 15%. Why did this matter at all? The Caltrops damage increase from 30% to 40%, so a 10% damage increase. They also had a passive change to concussive. After knocking back or knocking down an enemy, which with the meta build, the Twist and Blades build, it was with your poison trap, you would gain crit strike. Now the crit strike chance reduced from 5, 10, and 15% to 4, 8, and 12%. And aspect of repeating is on this list, but we actually don't know what it is that they did. I would imagine they buffed it. Normally rapid fire has a 15 to 30% chance to ricochet to another target. This is what I was talking about earlier, that rapid fire doesn't have a lot of AoE capabilities. This is a low chance, okay? It needs to be higher. Hopefully they raise it to about 50%. But as you can see here, we just see a Necro change. All right, on to sorceresses. Now I hate to say this, sorceresses, but Arc Lash build may be dead. Arc Lash relied heavily on lucky hit modifiers. So this one hurts a little bit, because Arc Lash had its lucky hit chance reduced from 30% to 14%. That is a 16% chance nerf. Glinting Arc Lash cooldown reduction reduced from 0.25 to 0.15 seconds. And they nerfed Teleport, another core ability in the Arc Lash build. Shimmer and Teleport's damage reduction duration reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. So to everyone playing Arc Lash in hardcore, just be aware that you have 2 seconds less of that 30% damage reduction. Not to mention, they also nerfed one of our big aspects, which is the aspect of control. You deal 30 to 40% more damage to immobilized, stunned, or frozen enemies. Arc Lash build always is stunning and immobilizing enemies, so this is also a nerf from 30 to 40% to 25 to 35%. It's overall just about a 5%-ish nerf, but still a nerf. And that's it for the class changes. What do you guys think about them? Are they justified? Should they have been nerfed so soon, especially during a race? Personally, I think it's kind of lame to nerf builds during a race and right before release, where people have been watching videos for the last few days and their favorite streamers deciding what to play. And now, well, they have to decide all over again. Anyways, amigos, I'm going to end it here. So until next time, take care.